What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully each and every one of you guys is having a great and amazing day. If it's your first time stopping by, do me a huge favor. Take 5 seconds of your time. Go ahead and smash that thumbs up button, and while you're at it, go ahead and smash that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. With that being said, guys, you know that we installed the killer chiller in the last video. Now it's time to do a little bit of testing. Right now the car's at idle. It's approximately 106 degrees outside. IAT2s are at 108. The car's been running for approximately 10 minutes now at idle, sitting in my driveway. So 108 degrees, that's not all that bad. Keep in mind, I do have the drag valve open. So what the drag valve does is it eliminates the cabin getting cooled down. So with the drag valve closed, you get hot air in the cabin essentially. So what that means is even better IAT2s, because all of the Freon is being focused on the chiller itself. So what are we gonna do? I have this little pool thermometer here that I just got with a little digital meter, so we can monitor just how cold the actual water is in the tank. So we got to run over to Target right now, get some batteries for it, because I don't have no batteries. I couldn't find any. I got some around somewhere, I just don't know where the hell they are. So we're just gonna get some new ones, and then we're actually gonna wait for it to cool down a little, because it is 106 degrees outside. So I do have to do a data log, get that back to my tuner, and do a 60 to 130 pull, and hopefully everything is good with the car. All right, guys, here is our little thermostat, cool thermostat. Here's our monitor that we can keep on the inside. As you see, it's showing outside temperature right now of 99 degrees. Might be a little off, but either way, I'm pretty sure it's good for testing measures. So of course we got our ice tank back here. It always seems to be pretty damn tight. Okay, we just got it off, and it's actually pretty damn cold. I'm gonna drop it in there and leave it. So right now it's actually not registering the water temperature for whatever reason, so we're gonna drive around for a bit and see if it registers it. All right, guys, I haven't been able to get the thermometer to work correctly. It's only displaying the outside temperature or the air temperature for whatever reason. With that being said, I'm gonna have to do some research on that. Hopefully I can still include that in today's video. If not, I sincerely apologize. It's something I really wanted to figure out for you guys. If not, like I'm saying, I will figure it out and I'll get back to you on it. With that being said, cruising around with the valve open, I'm way below ambient. Naturally, I haven't got it on the car. I haven't gotten into boost or anything. I'm probably averaging between 7 to 10 degrees below ambient temperatures outside. Keep in mind, it is about 100 degrees outside. Right now, coming to a stop, my IAT2s are 93. So that's 7 below ambient. So that's pretty impressive on its own. Before the killer chiller install, even with the ice tank, even with the VMP heat exchanger, my temps would be about 30 over if I wasn't running ice. So that was always a little concerning, especially if you're out doing pulls, racing, whatever you may be doing. You'd pretty much be pulling timing right away unless you're iced down. With this, I don't even have to run ice anymore, it seems like. I've done 3 to 4 back-to-back-to-back pulls without any issues whatsoever, and in my opinion, you just can't beat that. Like, I never have to worry about ice anymore. It's just simply start the car and go. With the flip of a switch, it gets even colder. Alright, guys, so it appears that the thermometer itself is working, which is reading 16.2 degrees Celsius. So the car's been off for a little bit of time right now, so I'm going to drop it in there, leave it in there for a bit, and see what it reads. Leave the car running, see what the temperatures get down to. Now that the car is running, I do have the drag valve closed. Temperatures are currently 109, so it's actually above ambient right now because I left the car sitting for a bit. So what we're going to do is set my timer to, let's say, 15 minutes. And we're gonna see just how cold the IATs get. I'm assuming it's gonna get right to about ambient, maybe a little more because we're not driving. Either way, we'll figure it out. It's been idling for about 10 minutes now. IAT2s are 102 as you see. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the thermometer is reading. Hopefully you can read that, but that's 10 degrees Celsius, so we'll do a conversion here in just a minute. So it's actually continuing to drop right now. It's at 9.7, which is right around 48 degrees Fahrenheit, which is absolutely insane. I'm gonna wait a couple more minutes and see what it's at. Look at that. 8 degrees Celsius. Insane. That's like 45 degrees. Let me double check. So the water in the tank, obviously it's not water, it's water, wetter water, whatever I put in there, 47 degrees. Absolutely insane. I never thought that the temps would stay like that at idle. They're actually dropping. There goes my alarm. It hasn't even been the full 5 minutes that we waited, but the temps continue to drop. And like I said, it's still 95 degrees outside, guys. If it was 70 degrees, I'm sure the temps would be probably at freezing temperatures. So I guess we're gonna further test when it gets cooler down. But for now, we're gonna hop in the car. Actually, I'm gonna button everything up in the trunk, put the ice tank back together, take the thermometer out, etc. We don't want that banging around. And then we're gonna hop on the freeway, do some data logging, get a 60 to 130 pull, and then I guess that's gonna be it for today's video. We're gonna monitor our IAT2s, see just how hot they get. Actually, let's take a look at what they're at now after the 15 minutes of waiting. I'm willing to bet that they're probably around 100 degrees, maybe about 5 over. And let's see, 99, so 6 over. Not bad at all. All right, guys, hopefully you can see me okay. I'm doing something a little different. I got the GoPro mounted onto the dash so you can catch my reaction later. I really haven't gotten a wide open throttle pull the way that I want. So I guess we're gonna see in a little bit. With that being said, we are gonna do some drivability logs right now. Get them sent over, make sure everything is running okay after we did the alternator swap and everything else. The car to me feels like it's running great, but it's better to be safe than sorry at the end of the day. So we're just gonna drive around for a few minutes. Car sounds great. It's shifting really nice. So like I said, guys, even with the AC on right now, I do have the drag valves open. Earlier I did have it closed, but even with the AC on the inside, obviously you have to run it. But at a stop, I've been at a stoplight now for about 2 or 3 minutes. It's still blowing ice cold. And keep in mind, it is 98 degrees outside, so it's doing pretty damn good in my opinion. All right, so I know a lot of you guys are concerned that your air conditioning is going to be compromised with the killer chiller unit. And guys, let me tell you, it is hot as hell here in Fresno. And even at a stoplight, my AC does not get hot. Now, I can be, when I first started driving the car, yeah, it's a little spotty. At first, it doesn't even blow cold at all. But once you start driving the car, after a few minutes, it stays blowing cold the whole time. So don't let that deter you away from purchasing this unit. I didn't get the standard unit for the Mustang. I got the race unit, so it's a little bigger, performs a little better, had that custom AC line made, and let me tell you, it works. So I definitely recommend getting this unit. Just driving around right now, like I said, my valve is closed. I'm right on ambient temperature, and that's from coming from a stoplight. So it's not like it's perfect conditions by any means. It's stop and go traffic, and I'm staying right around ambient or a little under, which is pretty damn good in my opinion. So that's gonna be pretty much it for the drivability log. I'm gonna turn around, go back to my buddy's shop. I got a few things to work out on the body before it gets wrapped. I gotta get all this adhesive off of the car, and from there we'll be going and doing a wide open throttle 4th gear pull, and then a 60 to 130 pull on the draggy. See what it does. Hopefully we can break into the 5s. If not, we definitely have to get the tune a little more dialed in, because we know just how much power this car is supposed to be making now. We're shooting for a 50 wheel. We got big plans coming up with this car. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys just yet, but 850 to 900 should be easily obtainable. Alright guys, so we have all of that adhesive off the back of the car where this factory spoiler was. So right now we're actually going to hit the freeway in Mexico, of course, and get a few pulls in. I actually took my buddy for a pull. I should have got his reaction on camera. He hasn't really been in the car since it is how it is. I showed him how the killer chiller worked, etc. He was pretty impressed on how it pulled. So now it's just time to get a couple data logs in and get a 60 to 130 pass for you guys and see how well it does. So I just started my data log. I'm gonna do a U-turn right here as soon as I can. Roll down the window until it's that time. Dropping down to 93. So by the time that we made the U-turn right now, not even a minute later, we're already below ambient, which is pretty damn impressive. I mean, yes, we're throwing heat at the blower, but it's recovering that quick. So right now I'm sitting like 1 degree above ambient. It's 87 outside, and IAT2s are reading 88. By the time that we do the second pull, which I'm about to make a U-turn and hit it again, I'm pretty sure we're going to be well below ambient. We're sitting right at ambient. So I'm pretty impressed by the system. Do I recommend it? Yes. Is it expensive? Not really. By the time that you do an ice box and a heat exchanger alone is like 900 bucks. And an ice tank is another 1,200 bucks. This system is about 1,200 bucks plus your custom AC line, another 100 bucks. So we're at 1,300 bucks, and then extraction of your Freon and recharging another $450 or so. So right around $2,300, and you're not going to have any cooling issues whatsoever. Yeah, on a hot day, I can see it giving you some issues. I can see you having issues with the AC leaking. Maybe down the line, it's going to give you more issues with the AC compressor, but we haven't got that far yet, so we're not going to stress about it. We'll worry about that when the time comes. IAT2s are below ambient. We're actually about 700 right now with the drag valve closed. Come around this corner. Got to 109. That felt pretty solid. 60 to 130 in 6.06 seconds when it's 90 degrees out, and IATs are 2,303. I'm sorry, the DA is 2,303. And just like that, guys, we are ready for another pull. Should we do another one? will. This time we're going to roll into it a little more, try to break into the 5s. Not spin as much, maybe. Definitely slowing me down on the top. Let's see what that one was. 6.24. So pretty consistent. Those were back-to-back runs, literally within 45 seconds apart. Alright guys, so now that we're done racing, guess what? We flip a switch, max AC, don't have to worry about it. My IATs are great. They are sitting right about 100 degrees after 2 solid pulls. And for those that doubt, the 6.02 seconds.
Overspeed.
Actually, both of the runs. So one was 6.06, I'm sorry, and 6.24. I don't know if you can see that, but I will put an overlay on the screen right now. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. The car is performing absolutely amazing. I couldn't be any happier with it, and honestly, the tune's not even done yet. We still got to get on the dyno. We still got to finish the tune in general. We still got a long ways to go. That was pretty much the first revision of this tune. We need to make sure that everything was working correctly, and we have belt slip. So I do have another pulley coming. I went with an SPE pulley rather than the VMP. It's still a 2.7, but apparently it grips a lot better, so I shouldn't be having any more belt slip issues. With that being said, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. That was a great 60 to 130. 6.06 seconds on the first revision. That's pretty damn impressive in my books. With that being said, if you enjoyed the video, smash that thumbs up button. Drop a comment in the comment section below. Let me know if you're excited to see what's coming next. And of course, guys, if you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed already, make sure you smash that subscribe button. And while you're at it, make sure you press that bell notification to be notified of all videos that are released. Until next time, guys, I'm checking out.